Hello, my name is Jonathan Heath and I'm the Assistant Coroner for North Yorkshire Western District. I'm here to explain what coroners do. A coroner is an independent judicial office holder appointed by the local council. Coroners are generally lawyers and sometimes they are doctors. And the job of the coroner is to investigate deaths where the cause of death is not known, where the death is violent or unnatural, or where the death occurred in custody, or police detention or imprisonment. A death is referred to a coroner where, for example, a doctor is unable to establish what the medical cause of death is, whether a doctor has seen the deceased prior to an illness or during an illness, where the death was sudden, where the death was unnatural, where the death was due to violence, or where a death was due to neglect. Equally, all deaths in prison or custody have to be referred to a coroner, even if they are natural deaths. The coroner then investigates the circumstances of the death that's been reported to him. A post-mortem may be required if the cause of death cannot be established by the medical practitioner who sees the deceased. Very often a post-mortem carried out by a pathologist will result in the cause of death being established as natural, and therefore the investigation by the coroner can cease at that point. If the cause of death cannot be established, or if the death was unnatural or due to violence, or if the death was in custody, even if it was a natural cause death in custody, then the coroner has to have an inquest. The inquest is a public court hearing, and the purpose of the inquest is to establish the medical cause of death and to establish who died, when they died, how they died, and where they died. And those 4 questions and the medical cause of death are the sole purpose of an inquest. The inquest will hear evidence in person from witnesses who attend, as required by the coroner and other interested persons, and will also hear evidence that's read out by the coroner. It's a public hearing where anyone can attend, and the family is able to ask questions of any witnesses, as well as the coroner, and any legal representatives can also ask questions of the witnesses as they see fit to do. There is no prosecution, there is no defence, and the purpose of an inquest is not to establish blame, but merely to establish the facts of the death and to answer the 4 questions of who, when, where and how the death occurred. The inquest process is not only a legal requirement, but hopefully also helps a family have a better understanding of what occurred.